Well, if I'm here making this video, that means that God is still in the blessing business. And since God is in the blessing business, business has obviously got to be good. Hello, people. It is 12/12/24. How y'all doing today? Huh? Hope y'all doing well. Well, let's get into it. It's a lot of stuff going on that feels strange, or not just strange, but it's some powerful things. And within that, I'm gonna sit here and tell you that everything will happen, must happen. Things happening and things coming to pass are pretty much just like the tides and the current. Tides and the current in salt water, which would be in water that you go up to and it tastes like salt water. The tides and the current is based on moon phases and all that kind of jazz and activity. Since the moon phases are caused by moon phases and all of that different activity, those are the same things that happen to people and animals and everything else. The tide comes in and the water rises. The tide goes out and the water goes down. Coastal line, it goes down. Now, the current is under the water. And since the current is under the water, the current we're going to use as inside of your body, because nobody can really see that. Since nobody can really see the current before they get in the water, which is all controlled by moon phases, there are certain things outside and inside your body that is going to happen regardless if you want it to or not. And it got to do with if source say so or not. If source say to or not. Not a person, not how you feel, not your opinion, but if source. So if the tide come in, the only person I could think of, or anything I could think of that would be able to change that, would be God or source or whoever you doing your daily or whenever you want. I don't know, however you want to put it. So current is inside you, tide is outside you. Everybody can see the tide. So if everybody could see your life and they could see that God is in your life, okay. But if God is in your life and people don't know it, the current that runs within you and how you do and rock with stuff, it's gonna be known by you, because nobody's gonna be able to feel the current unless they come and deal with you. So if they won't come and deal with you and they're not trying to feel the current, why they really worried about the tide? Ooh, y'all gonna have to keep up now. Keep up, hold tight, and hold what you got. If a person is not willing to get in the water and deal with the current, why they care about the tide? Because they like talking about something, and their tide is not good enough in their life, so might as well talk about somebody else's tide. Moon phases and all that other things is what control is by our Creator, but the tide and the current within yourself, your poor identity crisis you have going on, Huh. Kind of make you want to think about something, huh? Because everything that you portraying on the outside, which is your tide, and you don't have that current on the inside of you, huh, gonna fall off. You say, oh, you fall off. You fell off. Who fell off? You don't know would nobody fall off. Tide is the tide of everybody, or your tide is an opinion. Because until it's weighed light as a feather, none of that really matters. It's an opinion. And if you have an opinion about somebody like that, you got more than a problem than you think you do. So, in turn, tide and current. How y'all doing? All right. Tide and current. Tide and current has energy. Once again, you have to have positive energy in order to have positive results. So many times people can see your tide or think they see your tide, and then they can sit there and see and think they know your current. But those of us that's been to the beach or isn't an enthusiast fishing mastermind like myself, hey, if I don't think positive of me, nobody will. I always think like that. Thought like that forever. Anyway, the current always is not what the top of the water look like. The current is not always doing what the top of the water look like. You might think the tide going out, but the tide coming in, and then in everything else. But at the same time, it's hard to tell if you're not in the water. If you're not in the water of having your bait in the water, if you personally not in the water, however it goes, if that's not what's happening, then you have to, you got to check yourself. Not just check yourself, but check everything going on around you. But at the same time, if that's what's asked of you, then you have to pay attention to what's going on. But at the same time, oh yeah, it's some crazy world, man. Y'all better be paying attention to y'all surroundings. Mess around and get hijacked, or somebody then grab you. You say, oh, you gotta watch these kids shoot. They grabbing whole people now. They'll grab your whole self and you'll be bye-bye. So anyway, current and tide are all directed with energy. So keep your energy positive. The way you keep your energy positive, it's just the same as the stuff that I've been always saying in these videos. But at the same time, everybody think and still think they smarter than me, but I'm never the person to say I told you so. So I don't even rock with a lot of the stuff that they trying to do or be or any of that stuff. I don't rock like that. So you want to go in competition with somebody, let them know. You might be able to get what you're looking for. You might be able to. But sometimes it don't make sense to compete, because competing, you don't have to compete. Competing does no good. It don't prove anything. After you compete, you still want something. And 9 times out of 10, if you can't compare to that person, then you're going to always be longing for something to try to and compete with that person, especially if they don't take your phone call. Man, that was pretty deep. But that was the thing for today. The tide